The problem is, now how many times have you heard that there's always a problem with something? My name is George Pauly, and I'm going to go over how to deal with this problem is, because as an entrepreneur, we all know that problems are going to arise. They already have. They've stopped us. They've challenged us, and a lot of times we want to overcome them. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. So one of my good friends, and I'm going to leave the name anonymous, talking to him about different, and he's an entrepreneur also. He's a big box or whatever. He's got a big place and employees and all kinds of other things. So when I talked to him about, because he wants to get out of that, he's like, the headaches of a regular business. I said, well, let's go, what about something online? Well, the problem is. And then a little bit later, talk to him a little bit about real estate. And then again, well, what if you did, because he has some properties, right? And he wants to invest. Well, the problem is. So think about it. Next time, after you hear this, next time you're around other people, even if they're entrepreneurs, family, friends, whatever, listen for that. The problem is, make some recommendations and about, hey, what do you think of buying some cars and renting cars? Or I'm considering actually buying some camping equipment and some boats and ATVs and then renting them. When I say camping equipment, like big campers, and renting them. Well, the problem's this, it's that, and that's always what we hear. And how do we overcome that? How do we overcome the problem is, okay? First of all, we have challenges, right? And what are these challenges? Okay, everyone says, you know, the problem is, or, yeah, how do you spell that? Y-A, yeah, whatever. I can't spell. You don't have to be the sharpest tool in the shed to be able to do something like this. Yeah, but, okay, I think it's just like this. So it's always a clash, okay? Why something's not going to work. All right, another challenge is maybe people just, you put a product out there and they don't buy, okay? They say no. Those kind of things, all right? Those are all challenges. And, you know, how do we overcome the challenges? Well, as an entrepreneur, you know, in the mindset training, if you've gone through any mindset training, and I have some good mindset training, 7 reasons why successful people meditate, go over to my blog, georgepauly.com, and then you can find it there under some training or entrepreneurship. So again, the problem is there's challenges, and we all, as an entrepreneur, we know there's challenges, and we know in these mindset things that we're going to hit a wall, okay? We're going to hit a wall, and how do we get through that wall, or how do we get over that wall? And that's the same thing with buyers, okay? There's a lot of buyers who are on the fence, and how do we get them over? Because they're going to say, well, yeah, the program sounds good, yeah, but. So what do we have to do, all right? This is not the only solutions, and it's not the perfect solutions, but here's some solutions, okay? And I hope you can see this because I know there's a little bit of glare. Let me close this just a little bit, see if that will help, okay? So, you know, what are the solutions? The solutions is you try again, okay? And you adjust one thing, all right? What does that mean? One thing. So, if you're training a dog to sit, and you've tried like raising your voice, sit, 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 the dog doesn't sit, all right? Well, let's try again. Let's try something different. Let's have like a treat and maybe change our tone of voice. Hey, you sit, give the dog a treat. It will learn, okay? Just like me. I've learned, okay? I'm not, again, not the sharpest tool in the shed. I've got a lot more to learn, and I don't have all the answers. All right, that's my disclaimer. So, solutions, try again. All right? You can also, you know, ask for help. Now, I know you don't want to start saying, hey, I've got a big problem, my ad account just got shut down, or I just lost all my money, or I just don't know what to do. That's hard. That is a challenge, okay? And that is one of your problems, is asking for help. It's one of my problems, is asking for help, because believe me, I don't want to ask for help. I want to do everything myself because I think I can handle it. I think I'm smart enough. I think that I can do it. But I've learned to ask more people for help and also say no more often, okay? Say no more often. I'm going to put these notes, I'm going to download them so there'll be a sheet, okay? So those are some solutions, okay? So when someone says, you're trying to give someone an idea because you want to move forward, you want to make some money or whatever it might be, you want them to say yes. And how do you get them to say yes? Because they're always like, well, the problem is, yeah, but, don't buy, no. So you want to use a frame of some kind and make them believe that the decision is the right way to go and it's in the best favor of them. So what would be in the best favor for you to continue where you got stuck? All right. Strangest thing just happened to me. I was talking about saying no more often, and I'm recording this on my phone, and my phone rang. And I had to hit the stop button, and the whole video, the rest of it, stopped. So I'm going to have to pick up from where I left off. So about saying no more often, the people just called me up. I had to say no to them. So if everything's a little bit different here, I found out where I lost it. I put the microphone a little lower here so I don't come off so bam. Anyhow, the next thing here is this, whatever you're doing, a money-making activity? And 80% of your time should be spent for this money-making activity. Now, how does that have to do with the problem is? Well, if you have these problems where there's a wall you're hitting, all right? You get to that wall by spending more time on a money-making activity. Doesn't matter what it is, just do it. Spend your time on a money-making activity. Now, the first take of this video, I had more, but I can't remember because this is not rehearsed. I'm just kind of talking to you guys. But what I want you to do for some homework is, the problem is, the holidays are coming, and I just listen for your friends, your family, whoever you're around, and there's positive people, there's negative people, and there's people that are just quiet, they don't say anything. So listen for this. Listen for the problem is. All right, might be something as simple as how to cook some cookies, how to bake some cookies or a pie. And from there, well, the problem is, the oven doesn't work, or the problem is we don't have any sugar to bake the cookies. Offer some solutions. See what happens. All right? Offer some solutions. Well, is there anything that we can use besides sugar? Does the neighbor have any sugar we can borrow? Or just say, you know what? Let's not make the cookies. And is making cookies an activity that's going to reward you? Hey, if you've got a sweet tooth, if you're hungry, you're having a party, absolutely. All right? The money-making activity does not always need to be in business making money. If you're baking cookies and you're doing that because you're hungry, feed yourself, all right? All right, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me for right now. My name is George. Go ahead, go make some money. Bam!